Oh, Billy.
Welcome to the Movie Dudes podcast, formerly the Random Things podcast. We'll say that for like another episode or so. We got the full crew back for this one. John had a previous engagement last week. He was getting a nose job. Looks great.
I like how you went up 3 sizes. He said, "I want to be." He said, "I want to be more like Kevin."
That's right. I'm his idol. And he went in and the doctor was like, you know what? I'm going to do it for free because I've never made one bigger. That's funny. I don't know why I said nose job. That's so random.
Stupid.
Oh, man. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's go around the horn. Duggan, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing just peachy.
I don't believe you.
Jonald.
Feeling swole.
Swole. All right. Dan. That's good, Dan. Let's move on to the no, I'm just kidding.
Jesus Christ. Dan's about to get a reprieve. Don't let a short-sighted call you. He's about to have a guy's weekend. Guys,
don't
you are not sleeping on my fucking couch, Duggan.
Drinking Schlitz with the boy.
You stay away from my couch.
I'll tell you something you have to do.
Something
you have to do on your boys' weekend, Daniel, with you and you got to send your wife at least one photo of you and Alex just sitting in your boxers, just to do it, doing not disheveled, have the house be a little messy, and just have you guys just sit there like this, like you just like send it to her, like how's Kevin, it going at home? Great,
Kevin. The house is always a little messy.
Well, I mean that's the case with anybody with children.
It's more for the aesthetics, like have a bag of chips with some crumbs on the table and some like Mountain Dew or some stuff.
Dude, you know what the craziest thing? And I'm sure that honestly, Duggan, I think your perspective on this is going to be key. Like, how often, as a parent, are you guys cleaning the floors in your house?
Never.
I mean,
what?
I'm
lying sack of shit.
The island in my kitchen, like
cleaning how?
Filthy.
Vacuuming / sweeping or mopping.
Yeah. Vacuuming and sweeping. You don't have to mop every day, but
oh no, we don't do it every day.
No, you don't do it every day.
No, I think she does it like once a week, and we're just all covered in dog fur.
See, I don't even mind the fur or the dust if there's dust. I can't. There's so many, like my kids leave so many crumbs and so many fucking like random pieces of food on the floor that it's a requirement that I have to sweep up, like at least in the kitchen once a day.
100%.
Why are there so many crumbs?
My kids are horrible eaters. I don't know what they do.
Like to explain my son Lachlan to you real quick. Captain, I take a Cheez-It and I don't put it in my mouth. I fucking smash it in my fucking hands and take the dust and sprinkle it around like a fucking fairy.
Does he try and catch any in his mouth when he does it?
No. No, he fucking smashes it. Looks at it, goes do and just takes the smallest little piece of it. Goes
Yep. Eat one, smash one, John. That's the rule. I eat one and I smash one.
He doesn't even eat it, Kevin. He just smashes it and crushes it into the goddamn couch. I have to clean that shit up later.
I give my kids cereal. My kids eat cereal for breakfast a lot. And like, there's 2 outcomes to this. One is my son Sam will sit there and he'll take like 3 bites of cereal over the course of 10 minutes. And then he's like, it's soggy. I'm like, yeah, no shit. You fucking let it sit there. You didn't finish it on time. And then there's my daughter Hallie, who's on the they're all sitting up. They're sitting on my couch, they're eating at these end tables because they want to watch TV in the morning. And she will take a spoonful of cereal and bring it to her face instead of going to the bowl. So like inevitably, I will come into the living room and I will just see a milk stain on my fucking couch arm, and I'm like, eat over the bowl.
Brutal.
It's frustrating as all hell. I don't understand. She's 8 years old. She should know to stick her face over the bowl.
Kevin, side note, completely unrelated. So I have IMDb up on my left screen over here, and it's just randomly playing videos, and it's playing a scene from Event Horizon for no fucking reason.
Hell yeah!
It heard.
It heard. It heard. Sam Neill is normal right now. Just saying.
Yes.
Oh, he hasn't cut his eyes out yet?
No, not yet. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen Event
Hey,
Horizon.
I think that movie's great the way it is, but it could definitely use a remake.
Oh yeah, that's definitely one that I think would be insane as a remake.
Logan, I know you were late to the to the behind the stage shit here for the pod. But do you remember the movie Kindergarten Cop? Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Of course.
Okay, you know the bad guy in Kindergarten Cop.
The
He's
dad,
got like the ponytail. And the
His name is Cullen Crisp.
Are you
Richard
talking
Tyson.
about? Are you talking about the dad?
Yeah, the dad of the
Okay.
kid.
Yeah,
Bad dad.
Got it.
So we were backstage just looking up images of him from different movies because Dan watched Kindergarten Cop and he's like, that bad guy. And I was like, oh, he's in all these other movies. Look at this image of him when he was arrested. Like, it must have been a few years ago, but look at this image of this poor bastard. He is not aged well.
Getting there.
Ah. Oh man. He almost looks like Val Kilmer, but like without the throat thing.
Yeah. He does. We were saying he looks like the younger images of him. We thought he looked like John Cena mixed with Mark Wahlberg. In these
Yeah,
young
he definitely
photos.
has like that Italian fucking weird looking like head. It's very square.
This dude went from like thinking he was hot shit like this to this man in like the matter of 20 years. And that's,
I mean, he was a stud back in the day. He had a great bone structure.
dude, he kept his hair.
That bone structure. I find it weird that his hair has been so long for so long.
So long, so
So
long,
long.
so long.
Duggan
All right. Did somebody say they had it off the top they want to talk about?
did.
Duggan did.
Off the top.
Oh, yeah. So you guys will like this because you guys have kids and you guys have to like go.
You gonna show us something on your phone again?
That's all right.
Yeah, because that's all I have. All right, so I saw this picture the other day, and I wanted you guys to look at it and see if you could explain it. So I'm gonna give you a second to look at it, and then we can discuss.
Ah, penis.
Hey, let me get it good here.
Can you prove that 4 + 2 = 5?
+1.
Oh, plus equals 5 + 1 is true without solving both sides of the equation? Explain.
Higher order thinking.
I don't
So
know.
there was only one way that I could think of explaining it, and I just didn't know what you guys thought of it. And because my wife was like, "God damn it! Like, how do kids do fucking homework nowadays? Like, this question is impossible."
Can you prove that 4 + 2 = 5 + 1 without solving both sides of the equation?
Yeah, without saying 6 = 6.
Yeah.
Well, the question's asking you both sides of the equation. So in reading the question, you solve both sides. So I don't understand.
Yeah. No, so my theory on this is you say that 4 is 1 less than 5 and 1 is 1 less than 2, so they're equal.
Oh, so you have to rework the entire fucking question in order to get it that way.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a way to put it. Don't write dumb questions.
That's also really good. I like that.
So
You know, it would be a good answer to that question if that was an actual question that someone gave me. My answer would just be no.
No. So
I'm sorry, I answered your question.
What I was thinking was that in numerical order, the next number after 5 would be 6, and then the second number after 4 would be 6, and they're equal. That's the only way I solved it.
I just find it weird that this is first grade. That means my kid in 2 years is supposed to be is going to get that fucking question.
Well, because like I always think about what it was like being in high school or middle school or whatever doing math, and like it was easy. And then all of a sudden they decided they wanted to change it for some fucking reason. And
They changed math.
Common Core math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not my bag. My wife is going to have to help my kids with all of that shit. So
Well, we're both terrible at math, so I hope he's gifted on his own in math because I'm not going to be able to help him with jack shit.
Are you terrible on math in just general, or like that kind of math, like the new?
Oh, I am terrible at math in general.
Really?
Yes.
You strike me as a math guy.
Nope. Fucking hate math.
The only thing I'm good at is coming up with how much a tip should be off the top of my head.
Nope. Can't do that.
Wife does the entire thing.
0.
Can't do it.
0.
I can't do it unless it's like really easy. If it's like the bill is like exactly $100, I'm like 120 if you do 20%, 118 if you want to do 18%. And then I think if it was like $50, I could probably kind of do the math by just chopping shit in half. 20%
the way to
was
do
10
it, let me tell you, the easiest way to do it is this. So whatever the bill is, you think of what 10% of it would be, right? Because that's just
$5.
Yeah, just subtracting, like 10% is easy to get to, and then you just double it. So that's the way I always do my tips.
Just move the
Yeah, but what if it was not good service and you just wanted to do like 13.5%?
I always give 20%. These people live on tips, even if they would literally have to.
This is the most ludicrous shit. We've had an argument about this.
No, they would literally have to. They would literally have to like have spit in my food and like ignored me for the entire night for me to not give them a 20% tip.
That's great.
You start at 20.
And you work your way down.
Start at 20.
Yeah, you work for these tips, baby. Sometimes
if you
get more than 20%.
if you fuck up, if you're fine, 20%. But if you've done something wrong, you're getting less.
Right. But if you go above and beyond, done something wrong. Like I can tell you that I've only.
I don't go to TGI Fridays at all anymore because of that shit. Right? We used to go to my wife and I used to go there
for the
regularly.
fun stuff to wear.
We had a waitress once. My wife and I want to say we tipped this lady. We must have tipped this lady like 30 to 40% because she gave us a table. Listen, I'm telling you, she gave us an awesome server.
30 to 40%.
It was definitely way more than 20.
Why don't
because
I gave us
$100?
I can one up that.
She gave us this table. It was at a Longhorn Steakhouse, and she gave us a table in the bar area because it was super busy. And she's like, a table just cleared up. I'll give you this, whatever. So we sit down. She sits us at the bar area, like our own little private 4-person booth tabletop thing, and we're sitting there. And she was great. She was like on us all night, get us like refills, tons of stuff. And then from across the bar, this random couple came in and sat next to us at this tabletop, and it was like it wasn't the bar. It was the table. And she sat next to us. And this lady sees us from across the bar. And she goes, "What the fuck?" And she runs over and she goes, "You can't just sit here. This is a table." And then they're like, "Oh, sorry." They're like, so she left. She was awesome. So we're like, well, we definitely tipped her more than 20% because she kicked these fucking strangers off our table.
Where were you at the meal when these two people sat down?
We were waiting for the food to come out, but we'd ordered and like we had drinks and everything already.
Oh, so you were just waiting on food?
Yeah, but she just came over and like kicked them out, and I'm like, "This is great. I didn't even have to be awkward about it." Like,
crazy.
30%.
I've tipped 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
What did she take you out back and blow you?
Is that because you didn't math and you didn't know how to do the decimal?
No, it had nothing to do with
They gave
math.
him the best rim job of his life.
They did. So the story goes as such.
Baby.
The story goes as such. I had to travel for work when I was working at GE. I had to travel for work down to Houston, Texas. So I was down in Houston, Texas, and the year was 2013. The Bruins were deep into the playoffs in the Stanley Cup championships games, Stanley Cup finals. And I was trying to find a place that was playing the game. And the issue was the San Antonio Spurs were also in the NBA finals. So nobody fucking wanted to watch hockey. So I asked the concierge at the hotel, I'm like, I need to find a place that's going to play me the hockey game. And they go, well, there's a Hooters about 40 minutes away. And I said, all right, I'll go find it. So I drove to it and I went in and I sat at the bar and I said, excuse me, ma'am, can you turn this big TV in front of me to the Bruins game? And they said, oh yeah, of course. And immediately did it. I got like 2 hard ciders and like a 20 and like a 10-piece wings with curly fries, and it was like $24 or something. And my per diem was $50, and I was just like, "Fuck it."
So
back in the day, in 2013,
GE paid that tip,
yeah.
right?
Yes, but I chose to give the 100%. And I was a god among men to them
And it
big
wasn't
titty
even
girls.
your own fucking money. This is.
It wasn't. No.
This has an
No,
asterisk.
it wasn't.
This is total asterisk point right here.
Yeah,
It's
Right.
like,
But the
but I still did it. I still did it. At the same time, they didn't know. They didn't know it wasn't my money. So I walked out of there looking like a fucking boss. And for the next game, I went back to that same place, and they fucking knew. They were ready for me. I sat down, and they turned the TV back on.
yes.
back on, sir. Here's your boost,
100%.
Mr. Bagarella, by all means, this
No,
way.
Mr. Bags, please. I've warmed the seat for you.
We have your finest Hooters girl to come and serve
Pardon
you.
the snail trail.
A nice chilled hot cider for you. Fuck
That's
outta here.
incredible. The best is, I hope the people back at GE were like checking it. They're like, who spends $50 at Hooters? By himself?
I did get a stern talking to by one of the managers of my group for going to Hooters. And I said, what's wrong with that? And they said, it's really not the kind of place you should be going to when on a business trip. And I said, it's a family
restaurant."
eatery. And he goes, but still. And I said, it's a family eatery. It's fine. And I
Yeah.
didn't go for the boobies. I went for the hockey
And the boobies.
and the boobies.
And they treated me like a god after I gave them that $50 per diem.
That's right.
My whole fucking per diem went to Hooters.
That's
Isn't that crazy that if it was the other way around, I don't know how good of a story and fun time you'd have.
Sorry, what?
What do you
If you
mean?
had to go to a fucking male fucking hanging dong bar.
Listen, if
before
there was
the
a
hockey
restaurant called
game.
Dongs,
Yeah.
and there was dudes walking around with fucking like elephant fucking underwear on, that would be the most disgusting place to eat ever.
But
It would
Here's the-
smell so bad.
Here's the
They
issue.
didn't sell hot dogs. That's all.
You would have to no any dick-shaped food. You would have to make the outside look like a Chinese restaurant just to trick people to come in.
Dongs.
Dongs. Oh,
They go, "Oh, that sounds great. And you just go in and it's just hot dogs on every table, elephant trunk, underpants
Wrapwurst and
on
spicy
beefcakes.
mustard,
It's horrible.
That's great.
and corn dogs and stuff.
Ugh.
I just
I'm surprised Dongs hasn't come into existence already.
I think we're missing out here.
what's
Yeah.
the Hooters like the slogan?
It's a family eatery. Come look at our Hooters.
Hooters, wings, boobies.
No, what is it? It's
Wing
Have
tips
a Hooter
trivia.
time. Hootin' hollering.
eat, drink, and be merry.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
Hooters makes you happy.
Hooters
is the
makes you
ex-
happy.
Is the slogan. Hooters makes you happy. The
wrong.
expression for dongs would be dongs make you sick.
Dongs make
Like a
you-
guy showing up with just beers and just a fucking like a fish, like a little like banana hammock. Just
Here's
eating
your fish
fucking
sandwich. Let me give you your fish sandwich. Sorry.
Just like you boys eating okay.
Just slaps it on the table. You're like, Jesus.
The tables are exactly nut height. Like,
Anybody want a refill? Just clears the table. Takes out all the straws and the cups.
oh god!
Hey, you're a handsome fella. You don't touch me.
Don't fucking touch me. Yes,
Yes.
elephant
I
underwear.
have one of those. That elephant crochet. Love it.
Dong.
Dongs, where the men wear underwear that have dong holes.
Oh,
That is
Jesus.
disgusting. Okay. All right, let's go to one of these topics. We'll do this one first.
You're the guy.
That's so-
You're the guy that has to.
Hold on.
You're the
Stop.
guy that has to hire people, and you just like whip it out.
Hold on. You realize you went from first grade math to dongs?
That's
Seems
what's
like
great
a-
about the podcast.
It seems like a natural transition. I don't know what you're talking about.
And we didn't talk about poop once.
Ooh, I got a poop story.
No, I'm the party pooper.
Fuck
I
yeah.
got a poop
Oh
story.
God, we're back.
I just got done telling somebody we haven't talked about this type of thing in a while.
I got a poop story. So, and it's actually amazing because I was texting Scott Lang, and he was where the fuck is this text? He texted me the other day. So he's like, his 2-year-old is in daycare. He's like, I just got my first case of like daycare bug. Like she came home and now I'm so sick. He goes, I'm puking and shitting at the same time. Right. So yeah, those places are fucking sickness incubators, man. And he goes, puking and shitting at the same time. I'm like, that's horrible. I'm like, I'll read you verbatim what I wrote, but I said, I have a much different ailment going on right now. I set up a rowing machine in my basement and I used it for the first time Sunday night. Monday morning, I went to take a shit at work and like the damn seat of the rower must have irritated my hemorrhoids because it looked like I was having a full-on abortion in that toilet the whole day. And I go, it tapered off some yesterday and I haven't gone much today, but it's definitely not like I'm dumping dead babies today, I don't think. And then he said, his response, remind me not to share health details with you going forward.
Holy shit.
Kevin! Kevin!
It was rough.
Kevin, you popped a hemorrhoid.
Yeah,
The rowing machine. My ass must have just slide just a little bit on that seat. It was just
Well, the way that the seat is, you're supposed to go forward and then come back, and when you roll, you just kept massaging that roid. Massaging it, and then when you finally pushed it out, it was hanging out a little bit, and it clipped it and popped it, and it went.
I must have had just enough weight that like my ass cheeks were just spread enough that like the hemorrhoid was getting the friction probably of my underwear more than the actual seat, but it was like a fucking saw.
I think it was slowly creeping out. It kept
Animal House. Hey, look,
yep.
That was it.
Yep. But it was it was rough. I haven't had a hemorrhoid toilet situation like that in a while. So when I sat up, I was like, "Oh!" Caught me off guard. I'm like, hemorrhoids or cancer? What do I got here?
You said this is something new.
Actually, for Kevin, it's not.
It's not. At least twice a year, I'll have a toilet bowl where I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, the worst part is that he'll come out and be like, "Hey, I'm just saying." This is what happened in there.
I know way too much about this though, because immediately as soon as I look at how bright red it is, I'm like, I'm okay. Bright red means it's a surface level, cut. If it was like a dark red, that's where that's inside your fucking colon.
No, then you really have to worry about when it's like dark black.
Yes,
it looks like coffee grounds. That means that there's something really bad inside somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, it means that you might have internal bleeding, and that's an issue there.
That's right.
Or like a really bad ulcer.
That's
which is basically just internal
when
bleeding.
it's a nice bright red. You're like, oh, that's good. It's just a hemorrhoid.
Yeah, it's that super oxygenated hemorrhoid blood.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Mamma mia.
I will tell you that after that day, I did on Tuesday where I like out of the boxer briefs that I have, they came with a pack of all these different colored boxer briefs. Most of them dark because you don't want lightly colored underwear. If you're a guy, you don't want lightly colored underwear if you're a guy.
White underwear all day long.
But no, really, I couldn't do that.
I thought the standard dude underwear was white.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Only if you have a bidet, because you're getting everything out of there.
I'm wearing green right now.
I have dark. I always go with dark. I always go with black, dark gray, or dark blue. But that's like a hemorrhoids, and I don't want to have a fucking blood stain on my underwear.
That's a good color.
I got one pair. I got one pair of red that came in the pack randomly. So because of the hemorrhoids, I'm like, I think it's a red day.
Yeah, it's like your period pants.
Dude, I got unicorns, so I don't.
All right, that's good. All right, let's move on to this, shall we? Nick Frost is going to be Hagrid, and we called it.
We fucking called it.
Boom.
We did.
And my theory is that somebody tied to the Harry Potter series watched the podcast and said, "We didn't even think of that. These guys are geniuses."
Well, I heard that J.K. Rowling has hemorrhoids, and she was looking for any kind of
Any kind of
Group
relief.
support.
Any kind of relief.
Is anyone else having these problems that I'm having? And she fucking stumbled across these videos. So, I mean, he's perfect. He's Hagrid already.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
Even with the weight loss, he is still perfect.
Right. Honestly, the weight loss probably makes the prosthetic beard they're gonna give him a little easier.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he was. We always said he was the perfect casting.
he
For
was.
Hagrid.
I didn't like that they. I didn't like as much as I like what's his face from Ted Lasso. What the hell's that guy's name? Why can't I think of it?
Which one?
The one who
Jason
was
Sudeikis.
no the Brett Goldstein.
Brett Goldstein.
Brett Goldstein was in the running. I love Brett Goldstein, and I think he would have obviously been okay as Hagrid. But as soon as we were watching Skeleton Crew, I was like, it's got to be Nick Frost. He's so like he's already doing great work with kids.
Hell yeah.
Already doing great work with kids. Have you
He
seen
is.
his new movie? I haven't seen it yet, but it looked funny from what I've seen from the preview.
Which one is it? The one where he goes
It's
to
like
the island?
Yeah, the island family vacation, but they're all like crazy people. They're
Trying
trying
to
to
kill-
reminds me of Salem's Lot.
What
You know what's funny about Nick Frost, and this is like a kind of a side tangent, but I just read today that Simon Pegg was filming a movie, and they got 15 days into shooting, and then the money dried up, and they just stopped. They just stopped filming the movie, and now everyone's like, "What the fuck? Like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna get?" I guess he started like before he got the full approval from the studio, so it's pretty funny. But they cast this dude, and then they cast the chick from. You guys watched Ozarks?
Yes.
I am aware of it, yes.
Okay, the blonde lawyer lady that was in Ozarks, like who worked for the cartel, she's gonna play Professor McGonagall.
Okay.
No, I
That's
did
not a
see
bad
that.
choice.
Yeah.
So I think that's like a really good Professor McGonagall. I think.
Who's playing Sirius Black?
Well, we won't know that till the third season,
Mm.
right?
Gary Oldman.
Who's playing fucking Malfoy's dad?
I saw. Did you see what I posted?
Well, was it Jason Isaacs? saying that
Jason Isaacs wants Meryl Streep
Meryl Streep to
Lucius
play him?
Malfoy.
I did see that. That's
That
hilarious.
was great.
Why not?
Listen, I wasn't prepared at all for Jason, even though you told me for Jason Isaac to drop dong.
Oh my
in
god.
Fucking White Lotus. What
That
an
was-
uncomfortable dong drop.
Oh my god. It's just like, oh.
Who's walking around in just a robe?
That whole show gets real uncomfortable.
Oh,
Dude, speaking of dropping dong,
stop.
I don't know if you guys watch The Righteous Gemstones, but
Oh,
if you want to know what Walton Goggins is working with,
I don't.
Is he
fuck
packing?
me.
Is he packing a hammer?
My
who even knows if that's real, dude? That could be a prosthetic.
I don't know. I don't know, but it was out for so fucking long, Mike.
Dude, his
So
ball sack was
fucking long.
brought down to like his knees. It was fucked.
I mean, he's Uncle Baby Billy. He's
Listen,
old.
I
get it.
He's an old
Let's
man.
be- Let's be real here, though.
Prosthetic.
Like,
There was
He's
a
prob-
movie.
he's probably packing dong.
There's a movie that Sarah and I watched. It was like a Netflix comedy. It had, do you know who Ben? Is it Ben? Is it? I always mix his
Ben
names. Ben
Schwartz?
Schwartzman. Schwartzman.
The voice of Sonic the Hedgehog?
No, not him. The guy that's in all the Wes Anderson movies.
Jason Schwartzman.
Jason Schwartzman. Okay. There's a movie he does where he has it's not Paul Rudd, but it's someone like that. It's a like kind of like a they have their kids are friends at school, and they're like, oh, we'll do a sleepover, and then they do have the sleepover with the kids, but then the adults sleep over too, and the parents are like getting fucked up, and Jason Schwartzman does a thing where he just jumps in naked, and they gave him this prosthetic dong, and it's 100% prosthetic.
Is it called a good old fashioned orgy?
Yes, I think it is. But
That
like,
was just off the top of my head.
it's prosthetic.
I've never actually seen it.
The thing's like this. Like it's like this arm hanging there, and they do like zoom ins with it on like the camera, and it was like my wife and I watching it, and we're like, "What the fuck is this?" And she's like, "Is that real?" I'm like, "There is no possible way that is Jason Schwartzman's dog. The dude's 5 foot nothing."
Yeah.
It all went to his dick.
Dude,
Dude,
all
it
I
was
know
a
is-
prosthetic.
I've read reports that Willem Dafoe is packing heat.
Yes, I've heard
and
that
it,
too.
and it makes
Did you
people
hear the
uncomfortable with how
elbow
large
thing?
it is.
No. The expression was, "It's confusingly large." I can't even. I'm on my work computer. I'm literally about to search Jason Schwartzman fake dong.
Hello, IT. How are you today?
But it
Oh,
was
shit.
yeah, sorry. But yeah, no, the Harry Potter series. The Harry Potter series is pretty good. What's your did you read the books, Dan?
No.
I'm currently reading an illustrated version of Sorcerer's Stone to my baby boy.
I have that same book at home. But the
All I'm saying is fuck J.K. Rowling for making Hagrid's dialogue so fucking impossible to read. I stumble over that shit every fucking time.
I'm watching this. One of the YouTube channels I watch, they've been doing like first time reactions to the Harry Potter movies, which I can't believe nobody's seen those movies to this point. But one of the girls that watches it, the way that she says Hagrid's name makes me want to fucking die. She calls him Haggart, and I'm like, ugh!
Merle Haggard?
I'm like, it's Hagrid. Hagrid. Like, come on. But the what was I gonna say? Which of the books or the movies, I guess, are you most excited that they turn into a full series, like a full season?
Oh well, my
Goblet
favorite book was Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Can't wait for them to put the Goblet of Fire back in play.
I'm hoping that they do a little more book Goblet of Fire and not so much movie Goblet of Fire, where it's like, Harry Potter, did you put your name into the Goblet of Fire? No, Harry Potter, you put your name into the Goblet of Fire. That's what he does. That's what he does in the movie. He basically fucking tackles this like 14-year-old kid. Harry Potter, you little fucker! Just tell me the truth. I won't be mad if you tell me the truth.
I'm gonna put your fucking face on the Goblet of Fire if you don't tell me.
He fucking goes at him where it's like he's like, no, honestly, I didn't do it.
Goblet's fine. I kind of hope that they like the later books are so long in comparison. Like they skip over so much shit. So like I hope that they really extend those ones. But whoever they cast for these kids, I mean they're gonna be like they're gonna be the most famous kids on the planet for fucking 10 years.
Yep.
Again.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool that we're gonna get this. And like I said, my kids really just started getting into Harry Potter this year, and now this series is probably gonna come out in 2026, I hope. And it's gonna be fucking awesome. I can't wait to sit down week to week and be like, "Oh, let's do it!" Like
Harry Potter.
Okay, all right, enough of that. Let's talk about Snow White. Duggan, you had some things you wanted to say about this movie.
Wow, eat the poison apple.
I was confused, like, because like I didn't really look into it much, and then all of a sudden, the news started coming out that this movie was gonna like tank during opening weekend. So I was just like quickly did like a Google search on like what the big commotion was, and right off the bat, like, what do people fucking expect when so many people flipped out about having a black mermaid? What do you think was going to happen not taking a typecasted actress and making her Snow White? I don't understand why people got so up in arms about it. It's giving a girl an opportunity for an acting job, and people want to complain about that she's fucking Latina. It's just like another thing to complain about. I just like I'm so sick of everybody having an opinion. Just because everybody has an opinion doesn't mean we need to listen to it.
So
Like,
both Halle Bailey and Rachel Zegler were cast in their roles because of how good they can sing.
Right.
That's why Disney was like, we want to get the best singer possible to play these characters. My biggest issue, I'll tell you my biggest issue with this Snow White movie is why did you give this bitch the Snow White haircut? Because it looks awful.
It does. It looks fucking terrible.
It's so terrible. And like she looks fine with her normal hair. Just have it be. She doesn't need the cartoon haircut.
No, I mean
Like
they gave Ariel fucking dreadlocks in the live action Little Mermaid.
I think that's what a C person would have.
Red-ish dreadlocks. That's just like let's be real about it. But like this is like the worst haircut ever. She looks like Lord Farquaad.
Yep.
She does. And like I can't believe that they landed on this. Like I would have I would have definitely done like a test screener with a test look with a couple of these, but that
That's bad.
Where the fuck are her arms?
down here.
They're in the robe.
I don't know. It's missing. My wife's big issue is that they cast Gal Gadot as the queen,
And you
who does have a name.
Yes, it's Queenie.
And what's the stick with this? Why?
She's
Evil Queen is Snow
she
White.
said that she's not really a good actress.
Oh,
She's not.
so okay. So your wife's problem is that she can't act, which is fine because our coworker Chris was saying like he's like, how could they cast Gal Gadot, who's gorgeous, to be the queen? And I said, well, that's the point. The queen's supposed to be gorgeous, and that she's taken aback by the fact that the mirror tells her that she's not the fairest in the land.
Hold on, Chris. Tell me you've never heard the story without telling me you've never heard the fucking story before.
He was just saying he was all up in arms about it, and I told him that. I said that's how it always works. I said they cast fucking what's her face, the player in the Kristen Stewart one.
That was a bad one too.
It was.
Oh my god, Grimhilda. Her name is Grimhilda.
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 That's her.
Grimhilda.
Grimhilda.
That's a pretty cool name.
Evil Queen.
Did you hear about the about the CGI dwarves?
Dwarves?
Oh my god, they're fucking awful.
Why would you use normal people?
Because they didn't want to pay Peter Dinklage 7 times.
I'm sure you can find 7 short
Little people.
7 dwarves.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, you can. I guarantee you that there's 7 dwarf actors out there that would have killed for this role.
That's what I'm saying. And you give it to a fucking computer.
Peter Dinklage, Warwick Davis.
Yep.
The guy inside R2D2 who's dead. His skeleton. Yep. Vern Troyer is dead.
I'm not gonna.
I mean, my thing is for Harry Potter, they found a whole bunch of little person actors.
Well,
yes.
I mean, technically in Harry Potter, they used Warwick Davis for every single one of the major roles, though.
No.
Yes.
Vern Troyer was one, but he's dead.
Harry Potter. I mean, Warwick Davis literally plays 2 goblins in the same scene in the first movie. Does Mr. Potter have his key? And then it's like, and then key please, like it's the same fucking guy. And then,
no, key please is Vern Troyer.
It is?
Yeah,
I don't think it is.
100%.
Okay. Well, regardless, then you fast forward to Hogwarts, and Warwick
now
Davis
he's a
is playing
professor.
Professor Flitwick.
And then I believe later on at Hogwarts, he is a completely different professor.
He's the music teacher.
Yes.
Yep.
He
That's
is.
what it is.
Although I was actually always confused of whether or not that was supposed to be Flitwick, and they just redesigned him because they were like, we don't want him to look like a little stubby Dumbledore.
We'll give him a middle part and a mustache.
Right. Yeah, he looks kind of Hitlery, but that's okay. Yeah, but this movie was doomed from the start because she had I don't know, she had some kind of interview where she was saying that she didn't want this to be, she didn't want to be like a damsel in distress. She didn't want to be saved by the prince in the movie.
It was an outdated story. It's like,
she called the prince. She called the prince a stalker. She's like, the prince kind of a stalker. And she was making a joke about it, but it was like, yeah, all right. I don't know. Maybe don't talk shit about your property before your movie gets off. But
how does he even get involved with this? How does he stumble across this lady?
Rachel Zegler?
Like the prince. I mean, I'm not familiar with the story.
He literally in the cartoon, he literally just walks up because she's singing and he's like, I can sing too. And then she's like, fuck off.
Oh,
she gonna?
And
then later he waits,
lurk around, and then she falls asleep, and he's like, I'm gonna save her.
Yeah. She's creeped out by him, and then when she's put to sleep, he's like, "Oh, sweet." He starts feeling her up and making out with her, and then she wakes up and she's like, "What the fuck?" But
wow, crazy.
Duffy,
does she become like Rapunzel? Does he lock her away in the castle and she just grow her hair out? And it's just a continuation of all the fucking stories.
Yeah, they're all linked.
It's all the same princess.
It's all in canon. That'd be crazy.
They're all grim fairy tales that have been converted.
Oh, I know
into
that.
Disney fairy tales, but
I love that book.
Fun fact: the original fairy tale, the
Okay.
Seven Dwarfs didn't have names, so
They just
when
murder
Disney made it, they just kind of fucking made names up.
Yep.
Murder elves. That's all they were there for.
Duffy, I figured out the confusion we have about Grip Hook in Sorcerer's Stone.
Okay.
Vern Troyer was the body. Warwick Davis was the voice.
Ah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I knew it was Warwick Davis's voice.
Got it.
So this
Yeah,
chick,
that's dope ass hair. It looks like she's
Terrible.
wearing a fish net.
who is that? Who's this guy? He looks very familiar to me.
Was it the guy we just talked about earlier?
No, it's a prince. It's a creep, but like
Goose.
these dwarves look awful.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Just absolutely fucking terrible.
I mean, it looks like they got sucked right out of the Polar Express.
Yeah.
Oh.
Excuse me.
All right.
I'm
This
That
movie bombed, and
dude
it's-
is
not surprised at Bob.
is his name Jonathan?
My mother-in-law is dead set on seeing the fucking thing.
So
I
this
haven't
is to me one of the more wild things is that the voice of Grumpy, the voice is actually a little person actor. Martin Kleba, you've seen him in things. You've seen
Was
him
he
all over
getting
the place.
thrown by a couple of guys in Wolf of Wall Street.
No, this guy.
Oh yeah, he's the pirate in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
Nice. Yeah, what a shame.
He's the voice of Grumpy.
What a shame.
See,
It could
that's
have
what I'm
been.
saying.
It could have
It
been,
could have been
fucking
him,
people.
Peter Dinklage, and a couple other buddies.
Warwick Davis.
But he
Warwick
gets a
Davis.
tight end.
My
All
wife
you need to
says,
do is find 4 more guys.
"Little people, big world." That's what she keeps saying.
Yep. Just pull all of them. They don't have to be
Yeah.
good.
It is a big.
They
world
just
for
have.
little
They
people.
don't have to be good. They just have to be little.
Yeah.
Imagine not being able to,
Could
like,
you
open the
imagine
door by
being the
yourself.
caster, doing the casting for this?
Did you ever see?
Bring it!
Did you ever see the HBO series "Life's Too Short" with Warwick
Actually,
Davis?
Kevin Confessions.
No.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah. Yes, I
Yes.
did.
It's the best. It's like an office style, like
He
filming show,
cruises
but
around
it's-
on a scooter all the time.
I don't know if he's
People
on
are-
a scooter. He
People are
drives
talking
around
to
a
him,
Land
and
Rover.
he's like, "Yeah, I'm done with this conversation."
He drives around a Land Rover most of the time. But like that show is great. And like the episode where Johnny Depp is like researching how to be Rumpelstiltskin. So he's following Warwick Davis around. He's like, "What would happen if you got struck by lightning?" And he's like, "I'd be dead." he's like, "Well, what if you didn't?" And he's like, I don't know. He's like, "Let's test it. Ready? You're walking along, and then lightning." And then Warwick Davis goes, "Ah!" and just like falls over. And Johnny Depp's like, "That's great. Do that again." And he's filming it. It's like incredible.
That's so fucked. Love
A
it.
really funny show. But
That's awesome.
all right, let's move on to what everybody's waiting for. Avengers
Yeah.
Assemble. No, wait, hold on.
Bazooka!
Not enough room for all of you.
How long is it going to be? Is it just going to be introducing only characters?
I don't know, Dan.
Have
Did
you?
you say you have a video to pull up, or you want to?
Oh, I didn't know you wanted me to pull the video up.
You
Oh,
literally
you
said
didn't
I have a video.
Dan, you said you had a video.
I was
Dan.
not prepared.
Dan,
I
again.
wasn't
Prepared.
prepared.
I
Hold
didn't
on.
know
Let
you
me
were
see if I
pulling
can.
Kevin Duffy today.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get it. Let me see if I can get it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Relax. I'm
like
gonna
you-
see if I can get it.
All right.
No. So I've already heard that Marvel has gone and said that
They said fuck a budget.
that's not everybody.
How could that?
How is that not everybody?
They said
That's
fuck a budget.
insane. That's not everybody.
Imagine if they just took old footage and meshed it together and we think it's real actors. That'd be hilarious.
I mean,
Do
yeah,
you
they can
have?
do that.
Dan, actually, do you have the old? Forget about pulling up the video. Do you have the old list that we made of who we thought was going to be in it?
Yeah, the charts. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Pull that up, and I'm gonna save this other image really quick, and that'll be.
Right at the back, can I just say James Marsden? Oh my god.
Dude, James Marsden. How about Gambit?
I know.
I don't even think he was on the fucking list.
We didn't do anybody from another universe except for the Fantastic Four. So
That's pretty accurate.
There we
We don't
go.
have to listen to the tape. I bet you verbally we were just throwing everything out there.
No, we were going off of what was available for the picking because we had characters that were already up there, and we did on Earth and off Earth because we
Right.
didn't really know if they were going to bring in anybody from other universes just in general. Fantastic Four excluded from this.
So here are the people that are officially in the movie. Just in general, they went Chris Hemsworth, Thor.
Hold on. He was on our list. He was number 15.
Hell yeah!
Thor.
Yes.
So
Yes.
was Mr. Mackey.
Yep. Mackey's
Yep.
there.
Mackey was number 2 on our list.
Yep.
So was
Fantastic-
Sebastian Stan.
Fantastic Four. is
Fantastic
there.
Four. We coupled them all together as number 4.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't think we had Bucky.
Um,
He was
I
a
thought we did.
maybe.
I think we did at one point, and then because we deleted some people.
Yes. We
We deleted some people, but we did not delete him. He was on there, and then we pulled him off, but he was not deleted.
Okay. I don't think we had Shuri.
No.
We did not. She wasn't even available as an option.
Okay. Paul
Yeah,
Rudd.
we didn't have Wakanda people.
Paul Rudd, we had at number 10.
Yep. We definitely didn't have. Like I said, I know he was on the list because you pulled up everybody that was on Earth. So, or just about everybody that was on Earth. So we did not have U.S.
Namor?
Agent. Yep.
We had he was on, then he was pulled off, but he was not deleted.
Okay.
And Namor wasn't even on the fucking
Namor
list.
wasn't even on the list.
Didn't even cross my mind.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Obviously, Fantastic Four's there. We had Shang-Chi on there.
Shang-Chi
yeah.
was number 8.
We had Florence Pugh on there because we thought that she would be the substitute for Black Widow.
We pulled her off the list, but we did not delete her.
Okay.
And I think it is that exact picture that we were using, which is odd.
We definitely did not have Kelsey Grammer's
We did
Beast.
not have Kelsey Grammer's Beast.
We didn't have Louis
Bob.
Pullman's character from
Nope.
Thunderbolts.
Good old Bob.
We did we have this kid as the secondary Falcon? I don't think we knew at the time he was going to even be
was-
Falcon.
I think he was on the list, but he's been long deleted.
All right. Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
David Harbour, I think again there. I think we pulled him off.
He was pulled
Yeah, we
off
didn't-
and
we didn't
he was
have a
pulled
bunch
off
of X-Men.
and deleted.
Okay. We definitely didn't have the M'Baku.
No.
Well, we thought some of these people from the Thunderbolts were going to die.
Yeah.
Well, this is one thing that I'm a little disappointed about is the fact that
They really haven't seen the movie yet.
we're pretty much sure that Taskmaster's dead,
Yep.
and nobody has seen this movie.
She
Yeah.
did none of the promotional artwork except for like in name only, like Taskmaster. Here's the one shot of her before she dies. And then obviously this chick's gonna be there from Loki. I didn't think Loki would be in this movie.
Again, you have to watch season 2 of Loki to go ahead and get the fact that he ties everything from the multiverse together.
Yes, but I didn't think he would be relevant to the actual story.
sorry,
I don't know. Maybe they,
I'm looking at our off-world
Yeah.
list, and it's fucking ridiculous.
None of the X-Men. I can't believe that Alan Cumming is coming back to play Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
that's
It's gonna be awesome.
He's too busy hosting the fucking Traders.
yeah.
I love that show.
I think the Loki's a good one too because like he's going to be holding all the timelines together. So clearly, Doom's going to have to talk to him at some point.
I'll tell you what. And
Tell you
while we
what.
keep going, Rebecca Romaine coming back as Mystique. No way she comes back looking like Mystique she did in the original X-Men
Oh
movies.
God, no.
She's gonna
Better.
she's just gonna be blue skinned with long red hair and the white dress like she
Yes.
would
Ages
have
like
in the fucking
100%.
and that's
100%.
gonna
With
be
the with the double slits.
yep, double slits with the little skull fucking
Yep.
belt.
Yeah.
Obviously James Marsden, he's gonna be. I hope that James Marsden actually gets a lot to do in this movie.
Mhm.
I hope that he has a better, more accurate comic suit.
Yeah,
I think they all
Like,
will.
Dude,
like that fucking
blue?
bright blue one
blue
with
and
the yellow.
absolutely.
I'd be like, fuck yes.
Absolutely, they got it.
Does that also have like the random strap that comes down this side?
Yes.
Yes. That has no
That's
purpose
his
whatsoever.
Utility belt.
Mhm.
Utility belt that he never opens.
That's
He
his
never does
Chewbacca-
anything with it
that's
because
his
he's always
Chewbacca
just
polo strap or whatever it's called. And then
Now,
we got.
do we know anything of the premise yet, or we just kind of fucking wing it?
I think
There is a day, and it's filled with doom.
I think we can pretty much assume that Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is going to invade the main Earth timeline and start fucking with shit and bringing people in from the other universes. Because why
do you
would
think it will be without their knowledge? Like all of a sudden they get fucking sat there and they're like, "What's going on?" And they got to fight all of a sudden right there. Oh, that'd be nuts.
Ooh. By the way, you know how we were questioning how would Monica Rambeau come back from the other universe?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So if all of these X-Men, Kelsey Grammer's Beast, if he's coming back, getting sucked in with these other X-Men characters, then I gotta assume that Monica Rambeau ends up back on Earth Prime 2, 616, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yep.
Yeah.
626.
626, whatever. And then down here we got Gambit. Who's this last guy? I can't tell who that is.
That's Pedro Pascal.
That's Pedro Pascal.
Oh, okay.
Are they still gonna add more, or is this the final?
That's what I've heard. I've heard that there is more.
Because Wanda would be fucking gangster if she shows up.
She's stuck at the TVA right now.
She'll show up.
Well, let me show you this, because Duggan, I don't think you were here for it. This Duffy, get rid of your picture.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had control, motherfucker.
I did, but I was doing other stuff. So this was our on-world list, which we did pretty okay with.
Yeah, I was here for this.
But
This isn't just on world. We brought people from the off world onto this one.
only one person, two people. Sorry, these two right here.
Yeah, I was really sad for Wanda. But
Yeah.
we got.
I like how Wong is not even on that list, on the other list.
Yeah. Neither is Doctor Strange.
Yeah, neither of them, and we had them both
Doctor
on
Strange-
there.
Doctor Strange might make sense because the fact that he's going to be going ahead and doing the whole Charlize Theron fucking another dimension type of thing. You know what I mean?
Well, I
Doctor
think the
Strange
thing you can
doll.
assume is any of the people who are not in this in the Doomsday movie are going to be in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Secret Walls.
So I think
Yeah.
I think this list we have here is actually probably more accurate to your Secret Wars list.
Bucky
Possibly.
kept U.S. agent.
I mean, you're probably gonna get well.
Take out Thor. I mean, Hulk.
Well, I'm not moving them. This is what we picked. I'm just kind of moving them over because they've now been confirmed. These three.
Yep.
But what I was saying is our off-world is bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we go.
None of these people.
No,
I am
not
so
one.
disappointed that Howard the Duck is not in this.
I'm so disappointed that
Cosmo.
Cosmo's awesome.
This thing.
I don't even know what that thing is. Even still, you explained it the last time we did this, and I still don't know what that is.
I like how we have a flirkin on here. We just said, fuck it.
That entire road, 9, 10, 11, and 12 is just nothing, non-human.
No, nothing. Not even humanoid. Just all animals or plants, flora and fauna, if you will.
Oh,
I
shit.
feel like the reference of shapeshifters though in Daredevil.
Dude, I can't believe that Gambit's in this movie. I can't believe it.
Dude, it's excellent.
It is excellent.
I'm
but
stoked.
Do you think...
maybe that's what was happening at the end of Deadpool and Wolverine. That little sparkly thing that opened up was actually him getting sucked into Victor Von Doom's Doomsday.
Sling ray.
It could be because he's. I mean, if we're going true comics Von Doom, he is like magically inclined, so he could.
Hell yeah, he is.
He could easily like pull up a fucking sling ring and start doing some shit. But
Now, do you think Deadpool's in the doghouse or what? Or do you think he's ever gonna come and make an appearance?
Deadpool's gonna be in Secret Wars. He has to be.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Secret Wars.
and
Even
Thor is
without-
too. Because
So I was
Thor's
wondering,
holding
like,
Deadpool while he's dying.
Yeah.
And there's got to be a reason for that.
Right. Why is Thor cradling me? But this is a crazy list, dude.
Yeah, it's
We're
wild.
not done yet, motherfucker.
I like it. They have it in teams though, which is pretty good. You know, they have the Falcon team, they have the Wakanda team, they have the Fantastic Four, they have the X-Men.
You're right.
Do you think that Sue Storm starts her affair with Namor in this movie?
No, how dare you?
No.
Why not?
Not
That's
now.
a comic accurate
It's not
statement.
time for sex.
see.
It's time for fighting.
She's getting sucked into a universe she doesn't know with her fucking.
And she sees sexy Namor with his little flippers, and he's like Imperious Rex, motherfucker, right? And she's like, God damn, that's a sexy fish man.
All right.
What
We don't have
movie
time
is
for this.
Fishman actually from? I don't remember.
Namor's the bad
Wakanda.
guy. Namor's the bad guy in Wakanda Forever.
Okay. I couldn't remember what movie he was from.
He's pretty badass in Wakanda Forever, actually. But he's
SEAL Team 6.
the movie's just only all right.
Yeah.
But the what do you think the order, like, just while we have this up, because obviously Duggan just brought up the fact that they're already separated into teams, kind of. What do you think the order is of these people? Obviously, the X-Men will get pulled in at the same time, so they'll be like, "Where the fuck are we?"
Yeah.
But do you think like the Thunderbolts are going to be doing a thing, and then like they must be, and then they team up with Cap and
What if they're like chasing?
Falcon.
What if they're chasing someone and they get zapped in?
Thor is the oddest one on this list, in my opinion, because everybody else is literally going to be with their people getting pulled into the events, and then Thor's just going to show up and be like,
It's
I am
not
Thor.
just that. No, it's not just that. It's not just that. It's the fact that he doesn't have Eternity with him, the kid.
Well, he might. They probably.
Who's Ant-Man with? Is he just by himself?
He's hanging out.
But you think
Ant-Man.
wasn't
I hope
Ant-Man
it's
could be
Ant-Man.
hanging out with Ant-Man could be hanging out with Shang-Chi.
And Michael Douglas.
Well, wasn't he with what's his name? Chris Pratt?
No.
No,
Weren't they
no.
hanging out on Earth?
Thor was.
Thor.
Oh wait, no, that was
White Vision
yeah,
and Wong.
that was White Vision.
Yeah.
That art, that leaked art.
And also, you got to think about the fact that Wong was hanging out with Emil Blansky, right, for the Abomination. So I think the Abomination might be making a fucking appearance back in this.
He wasn't even on the list.
I am really, really curious what Doom's plan is going to be in this movie. Obviously, we know nothing, but like, what could he possibly need the X-Men for brought into this universe? I mean, unless he's just fucking around and they just happen to show up. I would think maybe he storms into, like, Wakanda gets brought into the fold because he like shows up looking for vibranium.
Sure.
But they just introduced adamantium, so maybe he's making some kind of hybrid for his fucking Doom armor.
Sure.
Could you break it down to what everybody's, not every single person's opposite, but like what everyone's team, like their nemesis would be as an
It's a snake!
Yeah, none of these characters that are on this list are as powerful as Bob. Bob's a problem.
You're a fucking problem.
Bob is the biggest fucking problem.
Hold on, because Bob has fought, Sentry has fought Thor before in like epic fashion. So it could be that Doom sets Bob off and Thor has to step in and fuck him up. So,
Dude,
or try to.
It could be that way, absolutely, right? It's entirely possible. But if Bob goes void, right, he's going to tear everybody in this list apart.
I just want to hear the
Unless Doom can
Stormbreaker,
control him.
the Stormbreaker axe flipping in from 500 yards off from fucking Infinity War. That noise.
I love that
Words.
scene.
That noise, so
Words.
fucking cool.
I love that scene. I love the sound. Even before that, I like this. I love the sound of the Rainbow Bridge showing up. It's like boom.
Yep.
Oh man.
Goosey bumps.
Anyways, I'm excited. There's a lot of people on this list. We
There's
got like half.
there's-
Right.
there's a cool scene in like the Asgard Fall comic, right, where Ares tries to cut Bob down, and Bob tears him in fucking half legitimately and kills the God of War, right? I'd like to see something like that happen in one of these fucking movies where he just takes a god and just goes rip and calls it a day. You're just like, oh God, no!
Who would
Like-
he do that to?
Pick a god. Pick any god that you want. I'll
Hercules.
be accepting of it.
Brett
Done.
Goldstein, Hercules.
Done. I'm okay with it. It's not comic accurate. I'm still okay with it. The Prince
All
of
right.
Power. Boom.
That's going to do it for this week's episode of the podcast. Thank you so much to anybody who's watching this. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll come at you with another podcast next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week.
Next week.
Oh, you didn't make that video, did you? You fuck.